All right, guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. I got a hot take thread. I just have a few things I need to finish. Of kind of like non-hot take videos, but I feel like it's been a while since we did one of these. Might do a couple of hot take videos up until the reveal, the LR Beast Gohan reveal on the 26th. There was one take in here. It's funny as I was gonna touch on it a little bit. At least I took a side eye glance at it, and I was like, I think I want to talk about this in video. But then Beast Gohan got revealed, and I think it's kind of a similar thing anyway. But I mean, whatever, we'll get there. Happy 100 followers. Okay, congrats. I mean, remember we all start somewhere, right? So that's a W. It's a W. Splatoon, huh? I've got a friend who's a huge Splatoon fan. Okay. Thought I'd make a Dokkan hot takes thread one last time. Can't confirm if these are really are or not. Are hot takes or not, probably, right? Okay. You think limited time buffs are better than super easies if they were common? Yeah, I guess right now, so I mean, in this era, I mean, I do make playlists for literally everything. It's been a while. So I did make a time limited buff playlist here. Yeah, limited time buffs. Okay, so we had the 4 characters for 11th anniversary. Okay. Then we had a bunch of characters for GDC last year. And then this was kind of just like they did limited time buffs leading up to the 10th anniversary. So there's been 3 times. Damn, this had 125k. That's crazy. There's been 3 instances where they've done time limited buffs. 3 instances. And they're all major celebrations. So, okay. Or at least the first one was leading up to the 10th anniversary, right? So if they make the limited time buffs common, yeah, I mean, there's a reason not to, right? Like, imagine if, we'll just use Metal Cooler Celebration as an example, right? So, I mean, who would be the limited time buff character, I would say? I mean, I don't know. Maybe like AGL Full Power Frieza, or like, so if I was going to pick out a limited time buff for this Metal Cooler, it would be either a movie boss or a Wicked Bloodline character to help him with his condition, right? So maybe something like, well, I mean, dude, yeah, something like Lord Slug would have been great actually. Although he wouldn't have great synergy with LR Turles. So maybe like, I don't know, Harudagarn, something like that. Like one of these like big bad bosses type characters, like Bojack, STR Bojack would have been a great one. For a character like Time Limit buffs to help Metal Cooler. I think like doing those more often can be a very good thing though. Yeah. Easy option to make a unit be relevant for the required time, then easy them again. I've seen some people say they don't like the limited time buffs here, but I think if Dokkan used those in a way to make like, you know, Metal Cooler more fun, or Vegeta and Nappa more fun, or Dokkan Fest Deborah, right? Some of those characters, like it's like you're never gonna need help for AGL God Goku to be good, or you know, UI Goku and Evolution Blue Vegeta to be good, just because they're like that type of Saiyan, right? But like something like Deborah, like getting like some limited time buffs for that celebration could be good. Vegeta and Nappa, just because they were built around Saiyan Saga, that's the point, right? So like, you know, that would be good. So this, I think, I do agree that they could do this and it could be good, and it could just help these lower level characters, right? This mode has lost the title of worst mode. Hell no, hell no, I can't get down with this. To what are you gonna say? Is it Dokkan Frontier? Because it's purely optional. I mean, by that logic, all the content in the game could be like optional. Like it's like I get the point, right? Like, you know, what makes it so bad is just playing over and over and over and over again. And I've always felt like if the map was taken out of it, it would be better. Like, there's many ways to make it a little bit better, but like, let's getting every unit in the game matter so much. You know what's funny is, you don't even really need to play that much to be able to get every unit. Like, you don't. Not at all. Compared to the amount of world tournaments they have, you don't. Very easy mode to get your free rewards and leave. I see what you're saying, but you could make this argument about any stage in the game. Like, so this would be my pick. I see people complain about Chain Battle a lot. I still maintain Chain Battle wasn't that bad. Dokkan Namek Saga Dokkan Frontier has been a horrible. I feel like it's been a horrible feeling experience. But I am very optimistic that Dokkan Frontier could be a lot better if we're actually able to get it for a category with some more recent characters. I think it could be much more fun, right? Level 30 EZA battles are never truly that big of a deal. So, okay, back in the day when these first came out, this was like a gauntlet. It was so hard. It was so hard. Even like you get to level 25 and they were a struggle. It was very difficult content. And then very quickly it just became like a grinding thing within a couple of years, right? Only taking 10 to 30 minutes max. Yeah, I don't really think it's a big issue. I think I could land safely in the middle for both sides here. At like they could be dropped down from 30 stages to a little bit less. But I also don't think it's that big of a deal. But I think like both sides could be true. That they could drop it from 30 to a little bit lower, and it's also not a big deal, right? Okay. Carnival LR edition of Dokkan is one of the dumbest. Oh, okay. Pointless additions to this day. There was no reason to just not make Yellow Quinn LR banners better and characters better too. I mean, they could adjust. I think the thing is that they didn't want to do like 4 Dokkan Fests in a celebration. So they did want like another, like, like a Yellow Quinn LR type slot. But I guess they also didn't want to set a precedent of, oh, this Yellow Quinn LR is the one that's going to have the better leader skill. Let's say it was. So let's use real examples of this. In July of 2023, Omega Shenron was a Carnival LR. It was GT bosses 200%, right? And then we had a Yellow Quinn LR that came out a couple of months. It was LR Ribrianne. I do not remember Ribrianne's leader skill off the top of my head, so I do have to look it up. Ribrianne's leader skill is special pose or power wishes. So imagine, okay, so this Yellow Quinn LR Omega Shenron, he's GT bosses 200%. And then Ribrianne, Cocoon, and Rosie, they're a Yellow Quinn LR, and they're just special pose or power wishes 150%. So like I fully see what they're going for right there. Because they wanted to have essentially like 3 levels of the LR. I mean, I don't know. You could just say that they could just buff Yellow Quinn LRs to all give the 200%, right? So like Ribrianne Rosie Kakunsa could have been a 200% like Carnival like type leader skill. Omega could have been like I could see it. I think in the long run, I feel like it's kind of been like good. The main like when this first happened with carnivals, the main thing people were upset about was the coin, right? The need for the carnival coin. And usually what happens is people like Dokkan has not like I pushed too far in like a really horrible sense in one of these things like like alternate arts, right? Like imagine if the alternate art God Goku came out, but like he had the best super attack animations in the game, right? Like that'd be an issue. But like Dokkan usually stops just shy of some of that. So like people were worried, okay, the carnival coin, but then we're gonna get the black coin and we're gonna get the orange coin and we're gonna get the red and blue coin. Like we're gonna get all these coins, but like they didn't add any more after carnival, right? I could see not like in the Carnival LR edition though, right? Yeah, definitely not that hot of a take. I mean, I don't really see people say, I love Carnival LRs, right? Like, yeah. Okay. Every monthly Dokkan doesn't come with 2 bounty units. Yeah, I mean, the answer would be budget. I like someone would hear that and go, but the game makes $50 bajillion. Yeah, we all know that. I mean, I wish they would put like all so much of the money back into the game, but it's just like it's just a very like I was gonna. It's just like a very childish mindset of the world. I'm sorry. Unfortunately, like the tops of all these companies, they're all just super greedy, right? It's like 90% of the profits are just going straight to like the top guys at the top, right? And then the breadcrumbs are sprinkled to like the millions rest at the companies, right? Is like we know that the reason they don't all get 2 banning units is it's gonna be budgetary constraints, right? And unfortunately, I do feel bad for like some of these teams, right? Like I don't know, again, I follow Dead by Daylight. I could use that as an example sometimes. I mean, maybe that's a little bit different because they mostly only that behavior, they mostly only do focus on Dead by Daylight, right? But anyway, it's going to be budgetary stuff. Yes, I mean, Deborah kind of did end up getting the help because they used so especially I'm going to use like the like okay, so like Deborah, he came with Yakon, and then Pui Pui came with Majin Vegeta, so like we got it set up. But like that is exactly where, imagine we had gotten Yakon and Pui Pui with Deborah, and then Majin Vegeta came with like Kid Trunks instead or something, right? Um who's another one? I'm gonna skip the dual Dokkan Fest. So look at Metal Cooler. I mean, imagine if Metal Cooler Army came with like just a Metal Cooler banner unit, right? Right now, I mean, eventually there's gonna be a good Metal Cooler, but right now there isn't. So like imagine if we had Metal Cooler Army, King Cold, and Metal Cooler as a banner unit. It would work well. I mean, of course. And that's the thing that helped Ginyu a lot. It helped Physical Turles a lot back when he was the main release in May of 2023, right? Of course. The major reason they don't, again, I assume is budget. I assume. For too many categories in the game, lack of consistent support for smaller strict categories. Higher quantity releases. Sure. I mean, again, that's an example. Like, add Metal Cooler with those guys. Again, Pui Pui and Yakon for him, and he could have had like Kid Trunks instead. What's another one? Android 16. Yeah, that's a great one. I mean, Android 19, Android 20. Like, there's so many different versions of Android Saga, like androids they could have dropped right there as a band unit for him, right? A new, I guess we wouldn't want another 17. Maybe they could have just said an Android 18, the 50th from the Android Saga, right? Like something like that. Red Zone Supreme Innocent Battle content is the best form of hard content in Dokkan's history. I mean, I probably agree, right? Yeah. No reason for Dokkan to continue with previous modes. No. Okay. No. I disagree a lot right here. So, this content is good. Definitely keep doing this. I don't think daily limited content is that big of it. So like they drop one of these and you can only do it like 5 times per day or something like that. Like the stage, that's much better than the content, like the event itself being limited, right? For sure. But there's a lot of kind of like just like very like casual players who don't really enjoy the Red Zone Supreme Innocent Battle type content so much. So it is good to have Super Battle Road, missions for the legendary Goku event, Infinite Dragon Ball history, Union Master, like medium and lower level difficulty content dropping here is good for those players as well. Yes, I think these are very important. All of this, and seriously, serious is not really comparison to Infinite Dragon Ball history. But yeah, I these need to continue, right? Because it's content that's not like tie your headband tight on your head, put your gloves on, sit down with 2 hands on the phone and get ready to enter into a red zone fight, right? Like it's you could just chill and do a Super Battle Road stage or something. So I do think that these are important. 98% of the Dokkan wallpapers in the game just suck. Art's good, but they feel small, unfulfilling. I mean, some of them are good. Because like if you look at this and you go, man, what the fuck? Like there's nothing down here. That's because it's a Dokkan wallpaper. Like the buttons you're clicking are right here, right? Is that like is that what they're referring to? Like it's just like that. Like this is very empty, but that's where all the buttons and shit go. A Dokkan unit and higher quality as your wallpaper. That's something they could examine too. Maybe like you could do something to be able to get like a wallpaper for that character. I think that could be a cool idea. I like that. That's cool. Giving players more ways to like enjoy the game in the way they want to enjoy it is good, right? That's good. Let go of boss rush. Yeah. I do think. I mean, this one because this is not even. This is just. It's just boring because it's just 5 Dokkan events lined up in a row, right? It's the stones what they talk about. Like it's like I'm just gonna say like LARP, yeah, like yeah. Anyone who calls for Dokkan Boss Rush, you're LARPing. Sorry, that's Dokkan LARPing right there. Ain't no one wants to do Boss Rush, man. Like they could just give us the 30 stones in like a different way. But like whenever I see one of these fuckers go, "Where's Boss Rush?" I want to go, "Shut up." No, you know damn well you don't want a Boss Rush stage. Back when this first dropped back in the day, this was fire. Back when Dokkan events were the content, right? This would be like if we would consecutively go through like all of the recent red zones in like a one thing would be really nasty, right? Well, like Boss Rush nowadays, whew. Yeah, okay. So this no, yeah. This is the one I saw because there's one thing I wanted to disagree and argue with hardcore. Okay, so overall 90. Okay, but hey, they word this good job, River Villy. You know, that makes me think of like so I mean I had never heard of this before, but they said it's like a River Valley makeup style or something like that and they use that on the girl in Obsession. Um so like I just you know, yeah, River Valley, right? Well, I see it's River Valley. So yeah, very very good with uh the wording 95%. Okay. Dokkan's menu overhaul changes have been downright unnecessary or worse / ugly every time. Yes, most of these that is true. The team screen looks way worse. This is fine. I would disagree. I think this kind of has like a nice little feel to it. I like this one. Okay, this is the one I'm going to defend. The reason this is here is so you can more quickly cycle through the events. But here's the thing, we can press this button right here and you go back to the regular way. So this one, I do not think is a problem. Is the next one? No, that one is good. There was another one. Um, so like when you click the event, it definitely does look uglier than it used to be. Like let's just show this. So what's like a recent it would be like the first time I go into like a Supreme Innocent Battle stage. All right, so Supreme Innocent Battle Kid Gohan and let's do Kid Goku. Let's do this one. Yeah, here we go. Okay. So look at the difference. So this is the way it looks right now, right? So the here's the event again. This is the old way of looking at it, right? Where you click the little arrows like I was explaining before. But then once we click, okay, yep, I give a little bit of intro about it. Okay, so once we click the stage, though, boom! I hate this. This screen sucks monkey dick right here because if we look at the way it used to be, when was this? This was August 29th, 2024, right? So here, to me, it just looks a lot better. Okay, so we're going to go through the event details like usual. Okay, but then we click it, right? And then we can click the stage, and we still have the event picture, like, looking at us. Damn, this is a... Dude, look at these JP load times. Jesus Christ, what is this? So then we could actually click the stage here, and we still, like, this looks better. That's better. That does look better. We still have the event as we're clicking the stage. Dude, that's better. Dude, the loading was unbearable this day, huh? My God. Look how much better that looks. Dude, come on. You see? Like yeah. It is true. A lot of these overhauls are uglier, right? This is uglier. This is way uglier. We could do this too about the teams. I'm not gonna pull up the old way the teams used to look, but the old teams used to look a lot better. Yeah, a lot of these ways I do feel like they do like fail in making it look better. They fail. Like it just looks worse most of the time. Dokkan is a problem. Wait, Dokkan is a problem. Growing so many users into a gambling addiction. Certainly, we can talk about gotcha games and like getting people into like what is it? It's like the dopamine like addiction of pulls and stuff like that. I mean certainly you definitely could like venture down like a discussion piece about this or something like that. Many players would either refuse to admit it or laugh it off based on the experience of luck with the game. This is why, if you guys have heard, always, I have told people like don't spend money on the game. Like I've always been on that train. Um, if you really want to, like, I don't want to tell people like you can't use your hard-earned money to like do some pulls or something like that, but yeah, you have got to be careful. And this is why when people quit, it's like I have never given people grief. Only someone like Vector who goes, guys, I quit, and the next day, guys, did you know I quit? And the next day, guys, I did quit, by the way. And then the next day, hey guys, guess what? I quit Dokkan. Like dude, we get it. We got it. We got it, man. We got it. But yeah, I like especially players who say like I stopped playing because I couldn't control myself from spending. Like yeah, like you want to be careful with these types of games, right? The loot boxes and the gotchas and shit like that. I mean, I tell you guys, I fucking hate summoning, and it's just my experience with summoning in Dokkan too. I want no part of gambling or nothing. No sports gambling, no none of that. And it's funny because like gambling has like taken over the world, dude. With like Poly Market and all this shit. Like it's crazy. And like some of that, because what are those? They're like prediction markets. And it's like people could predict on like real world shit. Like, oh, is the US gonna invade this country by this date? And then dude, they've done like anyway. Maybe I'm gonna get too much into that shit, but yeah, unfortunately, gambling does rule the world. So be careful. Be careful as hell around that for sure. Being free to play makes them immune to the predatory tactics. Yeah, sure, but I would always recommend as much as I can for players not to spend money in the game for sure. You'll put a little bit here and there, sure, but it's just a slippery slope. And the thing is, like, if you really like back like we're looking at the game, take your mind and throw it a bunch of steps backwards. It's just like, hey, remember back when I don't know, like the day Tech Vegito came. Well, people are so defensive about these 10th anniversary fusions, but like, oh my god, they were so crazy. But like, they are power crept to shit now, right? Like, it's so easy for them to get just completely ravaged. Think of a character like Beast. I kind of has held in there together well. I don't know, just like the characters are always going to get power crept. There's always going to be more characters coming, better characters coming. Characters are going to get power crept, right? So it's like, oh my god, I spent all this money to get this character, and then oh, they're not that good, or then they're replaced. Definitely be very, very cautious with spending for sure. No, this is not that hot of a take in the slightest. But festival battles are the worst one Dokkan's ever introduced. No, I mean I don't agree. I think it's a good switch up to what the normal Dokkan content is. I think the problem is that it's just. I think it's hard for a lot of players, and it's just like very scary because it's the charge counts. The charge counts is like very difficult to kind of like manage and play around with and shit. Like it's a lot of times I'm not the biggest fan of those like turn-based missions when like festival battles kind of is like a huge like kind of like like you only have like one turn to beat the phase, 2 turns to beat the phase. It's very difficult. Units that would just blaze it. But they never have in the way that would make it any less time consuming. I mean, yes, they have. Now, I mean, this is an item run video. Okay. Wait, where is it? Did I go by it? Where's the, I just sat there in one sitting. Damn, it was that long ago already? What the fuck? Yeah, here it is, right here. Okay. So I just took Wrath Broly and I just sat down and was like, all right, here we go. And I mean, you just blast every single phase. Like Wrath Broly slot 1, he just insta kills every phase. So I mean, again, I don't. So this is my now. Remember, Android is significantly slower, by the way, than iOS. Apple. That's true. It's not John's. We did tests and shit like that. It's not fucking John's or anything like that. It's not. But this run, like if I ran this run on an iPhone, this would probably be like a 40-minute run or something like that. I'm 100% dead ass. By the way, it's just a huge like slower on Android, and remember the extra like delay for super attack animations and shit, right? It's just way slower on Android. So to say that they've never in a way that would be any less time consuming is not really true. I mean, I know again, Rivervilli is very writes these very well, right? Like, because for the most part, because I mean, yeah, technically that's true. Because there's two characters I have in mind who actually do just you can blitz festival just like this, and it's Tech Broly, and then there's also the Int Super Saiyan 4s. Both of them you can blitz festival just like this, basically. And it's not really reliant on, I mean, items. It's not reliant on the ripe fruit of the tree of might, right? There's a second part here to this. You cannot simply just put festival battles on hold and do other stuff. Yeah, you can. Fight itself cannot be saved. Yeah, I mean, you just do a turn, then you go back to doing whatever you're doing, and you do a turn when you can. Like, I don't, like, I never understood this. Like, people act like you can't just, like, do bits and pieces of it at a time. Like, I don't understand. So River says you cannot simply just put it on hold and do other stuff. Why not? You're saying in the game? In Dokkan. Because it's just like, dude, like, people saying oh, there should be a checkpoint system. I mean, that takes away all the difficulty. Like, it does. I mean, yeah, Festival Battle, it's not that big of a deal if, you mess up and then you come back at the halfway point or something, right? Like, it's the way this, dude, the event, I will battle people forever on this. I think it's fine because they haven't like done like, oh, this is the way content's being. This is just a one-off type of event. I'd love for them to do a successor to it, Carnival of Battles or something. 100%, dude. Adding missions to the event, like doing a 2+ hour long event multiple times, is fun. Is outlandish from a mobile game. Yeah, it is a lot of fun. I think it's a ton of fun. Ton of fun. Bro, nothing stops me from. I actually do have 2 festival runs I need to get done. I do got to do the two Turleses festivals. I've been slow to get to. Where's our festival battle playlist? So we're at 100 and what? 143 festival battle videos at this point. Pretty good. Pretty good. We took all the big. Yeah, that my favorite one is the Cybermen run. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah, that's a win. That's a win with the Cybermen. Hell yeah, it is. Hey, man. Listen. 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 Some of us, we come in there and we go, Cybermen, dude. Yeah, listen. Okay. When they made the free to play, they did not have this shit in mind that people were beating fucking Festival with the Cybermen, right? No item run. Cybermen, by the way. So, just saying. But this is at the end of the day for this type of event, it is a matter of preference. Like, I'm not really too pressed, but like some people, they go a little overboard with the festival hate. It's like, all right, we get it, we get it. Like, you don't like that the event is very long. I got it. I'm not saying this about River, but like some normal people I see who is just like on and on. Like, we get it, dude. We get it. I'm like, for example, I'm doing my best to limit references to reverse being removed unless it's important, very important to the video, right? Like, it's a link leveling style video, like, yeah, I'm gonna mention it, it's important, right? But like when we're doing a hot take video like this, there's no reason for me to mention it, so I'll try not to mention it, even though I did just mention it. But you understand the analogy, the point I was just making, right? We get it. Okay. Final hot take: you guys can care way too much about what people want to come to Dokkan. People that go, that won't profit. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, you would forgive me if you understand why I personally do care a little bit. I mean, Dokkan, this is where Iron Cane, he's smirking, hanging, like, floating over my left shoulder, but, like, like, the thing is, I flood Dokkan content. I play Dokkan all day, every day, because I enjoy it so much. I can do that, right? Like, I'm not really trying to, like, you know, push my Twitch or build my Twitch or something like that. But, like, for me, like, right now I do care how Dokkan does. And I do care. Like, it's like Metal Cooler Army was a great celebration. I think it was a fine pick. But it's now time to boost the game up right now with the TDC LR being a big hype character, not some fucking Jiminy Cricket from OG Dragon Ball. Sorry. Right? Like, it's like we need a real hitter here. And, you know, sure, like, Vegito Blue 27 on Twitter, like, does it really matter to him, like, how well the game does, something like that? Sure, right? But, like, for me, I do care. Like, I think the peaks and valleys is good. We're in a little bit of, like, valley season right now, and it didn't help that they, you know, flopped with the 11th anniversary, and it didn't help that they flopped with, like, the Golden Week remake. At least Saiyan Day was very good, though. So it's like, yeah, like, we need a big hitter right now, and it's like, I like, you know, seems like River Philly's like one of the these players who would love for, you know, oh, I'd love if Saiyan Saga's TDC. That's the one. Miss me with that. I feel like the one that I'm with people on is Kid Goku versus Demon King pick. Man, I do feel like that could work. I do. Kid Goku versus Demon King Piccolo. I feel like that could be a dub. But yeah, we're gonna get to the same, like, bunch of, like, arguments and stuff like that. So I had seen 2 takes from this thread, by the way. I think this was the first one I saw, and then I saw someone quote this one as well. Is there a follow-up point? Is my last time? What? Oh, we get to the end and you're quitting! What the hell? It's my last time engaging. Oh, we'll miss you, River Philly. I was impressed with the way you wrote some of these. You were very clever. Where is it? Yeah, for the most part. Like, it's the SpongeBob shit where they're like the big dog or bear monster or whatever is gonna, like, bite SpongeBob and them, but, like, points to, like, the little line that they're in is, oh, well, okay, you're past the line, I can't bite your head off. Yeah, for the most part. What was the other one? 95% of it, not 100%. So, I'm not able to get all the way in there. All right, well, this was fun. This was fun. I do like doing hot takes, like seeing what people are thinking about the game, what they're saying, what their takes are. Yeah, again, sorry, I'm a big festival defender. The one thing I would probably want to comment on again, like I did earlier, I do think content like Super Battle Road, Infinite Dragon Ball History, these, like, lower level things, I do think these are important for, you know, more casual players, right? Like, so me, I'm like the top 0.1%. You know, I'm like a festival warrior, right? Like, every day in festival and shit like that. Like, a lot of players, though, like, you know, they're cool getting some stones from a legendary Goku event mission today or some shit like that, right? So, let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys for watching. I need to get it out tomorrow. I got to do the 1 year later for LRTN, and I got to do the Sword of Hope Trunks battle motion. Those 2 videos we got to get up. But we still have several days until TDC's reveal, so it's not even in that much of a rush. But anyway, I love you guys. Thank you, everyone. I'll catch y'all next time.